Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and this is our first look show. We're going to be on Underdog taking a look at the NBA slate on January 25th, Thursday. We're continuing with Rivals Week. We've got two more Rivals games. We have the Heat and the Celtics, which should be awesome, and then we also have the Kings and the Warriors, which at first I was thinking like, oh, this is going to be a little bit disappointing for the Rivals game, but we do have Draymond Green back. We love the history that he has with Sabonis. So I'm digging the Rivals Week. So should be a lot of fun. We have a 7-game slate in all, so plenty to get into. We have 4 plays for you. But before we get started, if you've never tried Underdog, use our code BACKDOOR and they will match your first deposit up to $100 and give you an instant pick'em special. Just use code BACKDOOR and when you do your first deposit, they will hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Sometimes we have issues with plays getting removed or bumped, like even before we get the videos out sometimes, to be honest with you. So if you want to jump on the value early and be able to see what we're getting into and decide quickly whether or not you want to take it, just make sure your notifications are on. That's the fastest way to jump on the plays we're getting into. And if you guys don't mind doing us a favor and liking the video, we can't believe how fast this thing's growing, and it's really all thanks to you guys. And it's so fun because every video we're seeing like new faces, getting comments from people, and everyone's just kind of like keeping this good vibe that we like to keep on our channel. And so we can't thank you guys enough for helping us build this community. And the best way to support us is just liking the video, puts us in front of a larger audience, and helps us get pushed up into that YouTube algorithm. So we appreciate that, guys. All right, so the plays we're going to be getting into, I'm going to be taking Simone Fontecchio. I don't know if it's Simone. I think it's just Simone Fontecchio for over 16.5 PRA. And I'm going to be going with Kyle Kuzma over 4.5 assists. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Jason Tatum for over 12.5 rebounds and assists, and John Collins for over 6.5 rebounds.
All right. I'm pretty stoked on what we've got on the board for first look. Before we get into our recap from our last video and our breakdowns, if you've never tried Chalkboard, it's another platform that we've partnered up with, and it's a lot of fun. If you're looking to diversify the platforms you use, this is a good one. They have bets as low as $1, just like Underdog, but it's kind of like Sleeper in the sense that you have to hit all of the plays that you pick to cash your entry. But what they do allow, they really, I don't know a lot of other apps that do this, but they let you pretty much adjust any line you're playing. So if you feel really confident about a play, like I could take this Kyle Kuzma assist and say, he's been going for way more than this, I'm going to bump it up to 6.5, and they'll increase the multiplier on that because you're making it more difficult. And if you're a little unsure about a play, I could say, okay, I'm going to bump this down to 3.5. I feel more comfortable taking it at 3.5. They'll just make it a lower multiplier, and you can fine tune your whole slip this way. We've been able to consistently make like 5-man slips that pay up to 100x. They're a little more difficult to play, but every now and again, I like just making a bunch of difficult slips and throwing $1 on each of them and, kind of rolling the dice on it. So if you're looking to have another app to mess around with, it is iOS only, unfortunately, for now, because it's a new platform, but they are working on the Android version right now and the desktop version. So they told us those are on the way. They'll match your first deposit up to $100 if you just use code BACKDOOR. So make sure you throw that promo code in there when you're making your first deposit, and they will match it up to 100. Put 100 in, you get 200 to play with. It's just really that easy. All right, so let's get into these let's recap. Let's get into the recap. All right, so I'm just going to go through all 4 of mine because I don't remember what I took where. So I had taken Corey Kispert for over 1.5 rebounds. He cashed. He went for 4. The only one that didn't hit of mine was Derek Lively. I took him for over 8.5 rebounds and assists, and he had a bad night. I mean, what are you going to do? The Suns just stomped the Mavericks on Rivals night. What are you going to do? But obviously I wish that would have cashed. I had higher hopes for him. I didn't think he was going to go for 2 rebounds, 1 assist, but things got out of hand pretty quickly. My other 2 plays, Grayson Allen, 2.5 3-pointers. He ended up cashing us for this. That was exciting. He didn't go higher than that, but he still hit it again. And everyone was betting against him, and I'm like, dude, let's roll with him again. But so he ended up cashing for us. He showed up, and then my other play was a play that I was so excited. I can't believe we got it for 23.5 on underdog, because on Prize Picks it was at 24. But we took Brandon Miller for over 23.5 PRA. He ended up going for 33, and he looked so good. We're going to try to like just keep rolling this play when we get the opportunity, until the odds makers and the platforms start to catch up with how good he is and how good he's been playing. But anyways, 3-1 on my end. How'd you do, Jordy?
Yeah, I went 2-1. I had Denny Abdia for over 10.5 points. He had a killer night. He went for 24. He cashed his points in the first half. He had 15 in the first half. I took Jalen Duren. This was my night show picks. I took him for over 11.5 rebounds, and I can't believe he didn't hit this. He went for 8, so it's just a rough night for him. He didn't do well scoring the ball either. He had 14 points. It's like okay for him. It's like his average, but then in the day show, I took Jabari Smith Jr. for over his rebounds, assists. He was DNP last second. And then, like I was saying about the Xavier Tillman play, I felt so good about this one that I said I would be doing a disservice to you guys if I didn't tell you about it in both videos, because it was just such a lock in my eyes. He hit. We took him for under 7.5 rebounds. He went for 4, so that was a good play.
Yeah, that was solid. I'm feeling good about these plays too.
Yeah.
It's been so fun using underdog. I know you had some history with it. You were experienced with it. I've always loved underdog for just fantasy advice and whatnot, like Hayden Winks and Josh Norris and those guys, but I hadn't actually gotten on the app, and I'm loving it. I wish I would have got on a lot earlier, but cool. So let's get into these plays. Let's start with Fontecchio. I'm really excited that this dude is getting his playing time again. He's starting to put it together again because he's really talented. Let's take a look at this over-under. We have a 244.5 over-under, so a nice high over-under. Should be a high-scoring game. Jazz favored by 8 on the spread, but the Jazz have been a little inconsistent lately, so I think this game could go either way. The Wizards are very capable of putting up a lot of points. So I think that this will be a lot closer. I don't think that we have to like really worry about a blowout in this, but you never know. This could really go either way with the way the Jazz have been playing good, putting it together, but a little streaky. And the Wizards sometimes can just keep up with you. So I like this over under. I want many pieces of this, but I'm going to start with Fontecchio at first look. If we jump over here and look at his last 5 games, he's definitely trending up, and it kind of corresponds with his minutes a little bit. They've been steadily going up too, but in his last game, he had his best outing against a difficult matchup in the Pelicans. He went for 24 PRA and did it in under 25 minutes, just barely under 25 minutes. But I love this consistency of these last 3 games, going for 19, 20, and 24, and now he's got this killer matchup. The Wizards are 26th in points allowed, 28th in rebounds allowed, and 21st in assists allowed to small forwards. So in the case that the Jazz do end up getting ahead and this does turn into a little bit of a blowout, I think that could even benefit Fontecchio. I know he's starting every now and again, kind of in and out of the rotations, but I think that he's going to be good for this 25 minutes range, regardless of which way the game goes. He is averaging 26 minutes a game over the last 5. So I'm feeling really good about this play. I'm going to be rolling it in a lot of slips. If we jump over to Daily Grind, let's see, they've got this favored to the over too, just slightly. It's almost like a 50-50 play in their eyes. They have it at a minus 119 on their odds and a 50.29% odds to hit the over. And, we've got mixed emotions across the other platforms as well. A lot of them are 50-50. Some of them are going up to 130. We got BetMGM at a minus 120. But I feel great about it. I love when guys are in rhythm and trending like that, like we see here. And by the way, this is Outlier. This is our favorite statistical analysis app. I could go on and on about why this is the best in the business. But they give you everything. You can go last 5, last 10, last 20 games. You can go head-to-head matchups. You can, which he hasn't played them yet. But it's awesome. You can get injury reports. You can do it all. But if you want to check it out, we've partnered up with them, so they're giving all of our viewers a 7-day free trial. It's in the link in the description of the video. Just go directly through that link and they will hook you up with 7 days just to see how you like it. And if you like it as much as we do, you won't want to let it go, because it's hard to go back once you try Outlier. All right, so that covers Fontecchio. My next play, Kyle Kuzma. I love that this is at 4.5. This is probably going to get bumped tomorrow. We already covered the over-under. We have a nice high over-under, 244.5. And if we look at Kyle here, this is really low for him. He's gone over this 6 out of his last 10 games, but this is hilarious to me. His last 5, look at that like perfect trend up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 assists. But 8 assists in his last game against Minnesota. That's a tough matchup. But I just think with the way this is trending up, Kyle's going to get his minutes, averaging 32 minutes a game right now, over his last 10. And let's see, over these last 5 games, just under 34 minutes. But it's Kyle Kuzma. He's going to get his time. But I love when I see a steady trend like that, just going all the way up. So we just need him to get 5. And he's got a great matchup here. The Jazz are 26th in assists allowed to power forward. So I think this is a smash play personally. If we hop over to Daily Grind, this is the top play they have on the board for Kyle on Underdog. They have it just under 54% odds to hit at a minus 137 on their odds. And then we've got a minus 135 or higher across the board. So everybody's seeing what we're seeing. I love this play. I'm going to take advantage of it in a lot of different slips. And those are the 2 I'm going to be rolling with that first look. Definitely we'll have some more tomorrow for the daily show. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, man. So to get me into mine here, I feel pretty good about these 2 plays I got. Let me zoom in a little bit. So I've got Jason Tatum for over 12.5 rebounds and assists. I love this play at 12.5. He's been clearing this pretty easily. It's a little bit of a tough matchup rebounding wise to his position. They're 10th, giving up only 7, but they're ranked 21st in assists allowed to his position, giving up 4.5. So this is the big rivals matchup. So I think both these teams are going to bring their A games. Tatum is perfectly capable of going for double-digit rebounds. He's done it many times this season. And if you look at the head-to-head, this is all the times he's played Miami over the last 2 years, and he's hit this 9 out of 12 games against Miami. So really good matchup here. This is just one of those great rivals that have generated over the last couple of years between these two and like playoffs and stuff like that. So I can't wait to watch this game. I feel great about Tatum going over this. If we look at Daily Grind here, type in real quick. Oops, I forgot to spell the Y. So if you look at his rebounds and assists, it's a 53.55% chance to go over. They have it at a minus 136, and everyone else has it at a minus 130 or higher. So I feel great about this play. With the matchup and the history behind it, I think it's a pretty good one. And I'm fully expecting him to clear this. And then my John Collins play. I feel great about John Collins here. Oops, I forgot to pull him up just pull him up real quick. So his rebounds are set at 6.5. This is just really low for the matchup too. He's running, it's so weird. They've got him like sometimes running the 5 and running the 4 right now. So, each matchup is great for him. At the 5, they're ranked 30th, giving up 14.8 rebounds a game. And at the 4 position, they're ranked 25, giving up 11 rebounds a game. So either position he plays in this game, I think he's going to have a great time getting this done. So, great time. He's going to have a great time.
He's going to love it.
He's going to love doing this for us, and it's going to be awesome, and we're going to cash. But if you look at this play on DG here, they've got this really juiced up. It's a 54.06% chance to go over and a minus 138. So I'm going to have a great time watching this. He's going to have a great time getting it done for us. And I feel good about these 2 plays, man. So that's the 2 I'm rolling with.
Me too. I feel really good about all 4 of these, man. Honestly, like we obviously aren't gonna like give you any picks we're not excited about, but sometimes you just look at the board and you're like, oh wow, they really got some juice on the board.
Yeah.
So we're feeling good about these 4 guys. Can't wait for the daily show tomorrow. I don't know what you guys think, but do you think we see a little bit of a different Draymond Green in this Rivals game, or does he get baited into
I hope we see a curb stomp at least, but
I think it's kind of a make or break. I could either see him trying to be better and or better, quote unquote. I mean, I like his chippiness, but he could be
just
cool to
comes in as a
Sabonis.
pacifist this time. He's just
He
like
could also
changed,
potentially come out and be rough and kind of cause more drama, but I can't wait to watch it. So if you guys are interested in checking out the tools from Daily Grind, they're our favorite. I hate to say it to everyone else we work with. We love all you guys, but Daily Grind's our favorite. They reached out to us when we were first getting started, and I could just go on and on about how much they've helped us just kind of like know which way to go as we're growing our channel and whatnot. And they're hooking up all of our viewers with 25% off of any of their tools. Just use code BACKDOOR and they will give you 25% off your first month off of the correlation tool, the DFS optimizer, which we use to find plays and to confirm plays like you see us do on here. They also have a middling tool. They have a fantasy scores tool. It's just really awesome. And man, they really find great value on Underdog. Like I feel like Underdog has some better deals than Prize Picks personally. Not trying to compare the two because we like all the platforms for different reasons, but maybe it's just because I'm new to Underdog, but some of these lines I'm like, wow, this is great.
Yeah, I've been cashing a lot with the correlation tool on like CS2 and League of Legends. It's been fun because it's a late night sport right now, like with the way they're set up. So I've been watching games at 3 a.m. and hitting Russo up like, oh my god, I'm about to cash a 4-man League of Legends play. I'm like, it's fun.
Yeah, and Daily Grind makes it easy for you. So definitely use code BACKDOOR if you end up jumping on there. And that's going to do it for us, guys. If you want to check out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video. It works out to be like 50 or 60 cents a day. But really the most value from it is, I think, the resource that the community provides as a whole. Positive vibes, just like we try to keep on our channel. Just a lot of good people in there, but we utilize each other. Like as soon as someone's getting into a good play, they share it. They hit you up with the copy and the copy my entry link, and you can quickly jump on it. And so when one of us hits, usually at least 4 or 5 of us in there are hitting as well. So it's a lot of fun. Come check it out. And that's going to do it, guys. We appreciate you sticking around and checking out these late night videos, and look forward to the daily show tomorrow. Have a good one, and we'll see you then.
Good luck, guys.